Hi guys, welcome to Marnie's TV Zealots. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, we are back with more Star Trek, second episode. I'm so excited. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you want to keep up with us this fall. We're recapping all the Star Trek episodes. So I've got feelings. We're going to talk about that. But here we go. Here we go. Star Trek. Woo.
Okay, well, first off, I like this episode. Um, we'll get to it in a minute. I do think that people are going to have some feelings
Oh, yeah.
regarding the end of this episode. But yes, it starts off right where we left off with the commander telling the guards to take Michael to lock up because, she just basically tried to knock her out. Well, no, not tried. Knocked her out and then took command of the vessel.
That was amazing, by the way.
It really was.
The action is so good. Oh, I can't handle it. It's so good. Anyway.
The action, the actors, the actresses, I mean, the script, like everything. I just love it all. The Klingons are still just being ready in this new Star Trek.
Well, I will say this. If you came into Star Trek at the Next Generation at Deep Space Nine, they had a peace treaty and, decades of peace with the Klingons.
Right.
In the old Star Trek, they were bitter enemies. So this is kind of the beginning. I enjoy the Klingons being bad guys, but I like now how it's nuanced. The Klingons in the original series, they were so racist about what Klingons were. And they're like, oh, well, they're just bad because they're Klingons, There was no real nuance. They didn't have a reason to be shooting up Federation ships. So this is really cool. They have agency in this. And I don't like their teeth because you can't understand what they're saying. But I'm really loving the look. It's awesome. I'm loving the Klingons. So sorry.
I do too. Like I liked them right away. I mean, I know some people were like, can we get a consistent Klingon? But I'm just like, hey, I mean, I like how they look. Like I thought they had
it's cool.
Especially for what they are, like they're alien terrorists at this point. Like they should look evil. They should look bad,
Oh, it's so great though. Oh man. The visuals of it, because the Klingons were the first, the Romulans also in the Next Generation, but the cloaking device, like how that was introduced, it was so good. I mean, it's just really good stuff that like so many little Easter eggs I'm sure that Emergency Awesome is going to find.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that cloaking device, like it gave me nostalgia. It was so good. But so Michael is in the brig and the Klingons attack the ship. So there's a breach where there's just space between her cell and the rest of the ship. And the way that they show her exposed to space was amazing. The visuals of that, like she felt really alone because she was.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be able to save her. And the fact, like, again, that Black woman narrative, like she saved herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, like I got
and like I love how she outsmarted the technology. She's like, okay, well, if they're like, no, we can't let you out because you'll die. It's not an imminent threat. And she's like, wait a minute, but if I stay here, I'll die.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, but it's only like a certain percentage. And she's like, wait a minute, but you know, if you cut a hole, it'll shoot me there in 6 seconds. I won't be brain dead. It'll be all good.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but you won't be able to open the door. She's like, yeah, so it would be smart for you to open the door for me. They was like, you're right.
She was arguing with the computer. That was,
oh my God. So and good. Then I love when she has that moment with Derek and she's like, they're telepathically.
Yeah. Mind meld.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so they're and they have this little heart to heart, and he's like, you know, I've always been able to, you know, I'm always there with you. You always have a part of me. I'm always there. And it's like, oh, it's so cute.
Yes, that was such a great, touching moment. And when she finally gets out, goes to the bridge, you know, they're kind of forgiving her. This was a moment like in the original Star Trek or Next Generation, it's like, all your sins are forgiven. All of your crimes are forgotten. Now you're going to just save us. So they go to the Klingon ship. They're like, we're going to kidnap the leader. He's going to be a prisoner of war. We can't kill him because he'll be a martyr and make the war worse. And so they go over there and they fail.
And so the captain dies. Spoiler alert. I love how the spoiler alert comes after.
But this is what I'm saying. Like from the first preview, most of us knew that she was not going to be there. It's like the very first pilot of Star Trek when they had Captain Pike before they had William Shatner as Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
He dies in the first episode. You know? Like, I feel like this is kind of a nod to that very first pilot of Star Trek. And while I wish Michelle Yeoh would have stayed, I get it because Sonequa really needs to come into her own and be the leader that she knows that she can be. And man, this is going to be a roller coaster of insanity. Like, and I'm ready for it.
Girl. So, I mean, I was kind of peeved a little bit that they kind of blamed her death on her when I'm like, wait a minute, but she was going anyway. And she knew it was a suicide mission. So it's like, why does she have to take the blame for any of this? Like, she didn't tell the Klingons to attack. They had, even though she was ready to attack them first, they were ready to attack anyway. And then they ended up attacking first. So it's like everything, the only thing she did wrong was
knock her out.
So it was like, why does she have to confess to all of these crimes and then get life?
Right.
Life imprisonment, really? Like, I was not ready.
Man, that episode was fabulous, but that ending, like, that was a catch. I was like, life, you know? Like,
yeah, it's like, yeah, she'll just spend life. And I'm like, life, like forever?
But, you know, and one thing that does disappoint me, we, you know, at the end of the episode is the preview for episode 3. And she's just taken to another ship, like a different kind of a prison ship, where it looks like she's going to be kind of an analyst and kind of like think like the Klingons think because she can. And so I'm kind of like, oh, well, she's not going to have any prison life. So it's just like flipped over where they went through all this episode and gave her life. And then it's not going to happen. I feel like that was kind of a lazy plot device, but it's Star Trek, so I'll let it slide.
Well, I mean, what they could have done was just said, oh, you're going to be reassigned. Because that's what happened. She was reassigned on a secret mission because she understands. They're like, it's something on the ship, and
Right.
she understands it, and she's gonna be able to help them. And it's like, okay, so why did you just tell her she was being reassigned? And like everybody treats her terrible. Like,
Right. And that's another part of the narrative. I'm going to be watching this closely, but the fact that they have a black star and she's going to be a convict.
right. And the black sheep of the Enterprise.
Right.
Like everybody's whispering about her. Everybody's you know, avoiding her when they see her looking the other way, whispering and just, oh, it's terrible. I'm like, why they gotta treat her like that?
I know. And I'm interested to see how they're going to handle that, because I feel like they're trying to be a little bit more woke in this Star Trek. And I just want to quickly rant just for a second. The people that are critiquing this Star Trek for, you know, the flaws that it has, it's fine. But saying that this is like identity politics and stuff, that's not true, because Star Trek has always been about diversity. This is a worldwide, universe-wide show. And in the future, there won't only be white people and only males in the future, you know? And so they're saying, oh, well, it has to be a woman. Why does she have to be black? Why can't we just have a regular captain? Like, you're not catching up to the future. And so to those people, I say, you're stupid and get with the program. So if you don't like it, that's fine. For the plot point, I saw that weakness and I was like, boo. But just because of who is cast, that has nothing to do with the writing. I'm done. Okay. Don't even turn on CBS, only putting this online. I could go all day. I
was like, oh, okay. Am I being chastised? I didn't do it. I
no,
didn't do it. No, I'm just I wasn't ready. I thought you was about to talk about them putting it on, not putting it on.
Okay,
on network TV.
You do that one. I can't.
No, it's fine. It's late. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I couldn't remember mind meld, and I just couldn't. I don't know. Anyway, so guys, if you like this episode and you like our recaps and you want us to continue watching Star Trek, which we're gonna do anyway, leave a comment below and let us know how you're enjoying it. Yeah, subscribe and all that good stuff. Where can they find you on social media, Mary?
I am at Simply the Worst, and you know, I'm gonna tweet some threads about my feelings about CBS. So join me. Yes.
Okay. And I'm at Forever Sam Sadies. Guys, thanks for watching and have a great night. Bye.